top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Join LES at 6 p.m. Thursday, October 9th at the LES Operations Center to learn about the utilities' proposed 2026 budget and electric rates, and share your input at the annual public meeting. Learn more at les.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Advanced Medical Imaging is hosting their third annual Breast Cancer Awareness Walk on October 11th at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. Hear inspiring stories from survivors, enjoy local food truck vendors, a live DJ, and other family-friendly activities as we unite to bring awareness about breast cancer. Check-in begins at 8:30 a.m. with the walk starting at 9. Register your team today for Advanced Medical Imaging's third annual Breast Cancer Awareness Walk online at amimaging.com. Let's walk for those we've lost, for those still fighting, and for a future without breast cancer.
At CHI Health Clinic, we believe healthcare should be personal, because knowing your provider personally makes appointments more comfortable, more productive, and more meaningful to your overall health. Get matched with a primary care provider based on your personality and lifestyle using CHI Health Clinic's My Provider Match. Take the survey at myprovidermatch.com to find the right provider for you. Getting healthier starts by getting personal at CHI Health Clinic.
No cravings, no hunger pains, no struggle. Thanks to GLP-1s from Limitless Mayo, weight loss is possible. Picture this. Your clothes fit better, your energy's up, your doctor's impressed, and your friends start noticing. Limitless Mayo's GLP-1 program is medically monitored and changing men's lives. There's no better time than now to get on board. Lose the weight, better your health, gain your confidence without being hungry. Free consult at limitlessmail.com.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Friday, September 19th, and we are 1 day away from Michigan, number 21 Michigan versus Nebraska Cornhuskers here at Lincoln Memorial Field tomorrow at 2:40, CBS kickoff. We have Octavius McFarland in the building with us. My man, Tavy, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
You got his mic on, Bock?
Yep.
All right. Talk a little louder for me, Tavy, now.
I'm doing good, man.
All
Glad
right.
to be here.
All right. Now, we're getting ready to face Texas tomorrow, man. Bock, did you watch the game last night?
Michigan tomorrow.
I mean, Michigan.
Yeah.
Octavius from Texas. That's why it's in my ear like that. All right, Bock, did you watch any of them games last night?
I did not get to watch too much of it. Again, the NFL has, I don't have Amazon Prime, so I'm going to have to probably get that at some point if there's a game that piques my interest. But I didn't have a whole lot of faith in the Dolphins, though they did keep it closer through a majority of the night than I maybe thought they would have.
All right. All right, Bock, let's get into the game for tomorrow, y'all. We already know who we playing. We're playing Michigan, a great team who's lost to Oklahoma already. Let's talk about some of the advantages tomorrow, Bock. Who has the advantage when we talk about Michigan versus Nebraska tomorrow? Quarterback, Riola versus the young guy.
Boy, it's tough, right? I mean, that could be the big question. Obviously, one has wheels, one does not. One has experience, one does not. So it's kind of where you want to look at that. Obviously, surrounding talent can go a long way for that too. Nebraska feels like they got better wide receivers, tight ends. Michigan might have an edge there, but Nebraska doesn't feel underwhelming at tight end, right? Luke Lindenmeyer's been good so far. Of course, the line play is going to be a big part of this, and then running backs. Just because of depth, you probably give the edge to Michigan. So, I mean, all this stuff is just going to be really, it's going to be a close game. That's why the prediction is so close. But specifically at quarterback, I gotta feel like Nebraska has a bit of an advantage, just because of the experience factor.
Yeah, it is Riola. He's probably the reason why Nebraska has this advantage over Underwood, because he's a more experienced guy. When you talk about a guy who's been in the Big Ten for already 1 year, instead of a guy who only playing his fourth collegiate college game right here, when we talk about Bryce Underwood, I give that to Riola. When we talk about running backs, okay, we already know our running back situation. We don't know too much of Michigan running back, but hey, he's the number one rusher in the Big Ten. I think he's number 2 rusher in the Big Ten. Has 300 and I think 58 yards or something like that. 388 yards. What's his name? Hayes.
Yeah, Justice Haynes.
Justice Hayes. I would say he's better than our running back. He's a transfer type of guy. Think he came from, where did he come from?
He came from Alabama.
Alabama. So, yeah, he's one of those Alabama guys. I will give him the edge. Everybody else gives him the edge over Emmett Johnson when we talk about running back wise. And plus, once we go past Emmett Johnson, Nebraska is still trying to find that backup guy. Quentin Ives did a great job last week, still kind of battling back to getting in shape from the hamstring injury he had during fall ball.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, Justice Haynes, again, you'd like to give Emmett Johnson that check mark next to his name for Nebraska. But Justice Haynes has shown the ability to break the long ones, right? The 75-yarder that he had to start off that Oklahoma game. But also, just consistently 100 yards in every game, 5 touchdowns total. What might really give Michigan the edge, though, and a name that people aren't talking a whole lot about, is the backup situation. You mentioned Nebraska's backup situation, not quite fizzled out yet. We'll see what happens with Quentin Ives. Seems to have taken that over. On their side, they've got Jordan Marshall, who ran for over 100 against Alabama in the bowl game. So again, both running backs maybe have some sort of Alabama connection to them. But Jordan Marshall can go too. So I think the running backs, you give them the advantage. By the way, look out for Justice Haynes. Coach Sharon Moore this offseason compared him to Blake Corum, that he's kind of that one cut and go type of style. And so Blake Corum had plenty of success against Nebraska and most of college football when he played against them. So let's hope he's not quite Blake Corum.
All right, Bock, next position, wideouts. All right, we know Michigan doesn't have a deep threat like Nebraska because we haven't seen them pass that much. You can tell by the way they play Oklahoma, they don't really have a settled number one guy. So all the experts, even me, myself, I'll get it to Nebraska with Dane Key and Nazir Hunter and Ja'Cory Barney. And plus the tight end group can be added into that group.
Yeah, you could. And that's where Michigan does have a pretty good player there at tight end, but maybe a little bit banged up coming into the game is Marlon Klein. So we'll see. He could be a big factor in this game. But like you're saying, because in totality, the weaponry that Nebraska has there with the wide receivers, we don't even know which one it's going to be, right? I mean, it could be Dane Key or Hunter. Certainly, it could be Ja'Cory Barney that pops out and makes the big play. In the last couple of games, we've seen, some younger freshmen have some long touchdowns. So we'll see. You just feel like if you listed the top 3 wide receivers for the game, I think they'd all be on Nebraska's side.
All right, Bock, next position, O-line. The experts give it to Michigan. They got some big horses on that, horses, however they say it, on their offensive line. These guys probably have a combined weight of probably 6'3", probably average out around 312, Bock. If you look at these guys, Evan Link is 6'6", 324. Greg Kippen is 6'4", 309. Brady Norton is 6'4", 312. You're talking about some guys. Then Andrew Sprague, who's 6'8", 315. And when you look at these guys, they look pretty big online. Nebraska defensive line is going to have their hands full tomorrow when we talk about these guys. But for right now, O-line goes to Michigan.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Michigan ran for 390 yards against Central Michigan. This isn't the best Michigan offensive line. You know, Wolverines fans are still hoping it kind of comes together a little bit like the last couple of lines have. And that's, you know, that's just kind of part of it. You go back to the days when Nebraska had dominant offensive lines. You'd have to replace those guys, obviously, as the years went on. And so Michigan, it's not, you know, they're probably their best offensive line in years, but they are an offensive line program. I keep going back to that. It's not a run dominant team. It's not an offensive line team. It's a program. And so they very much have built that in. So it's going to be one of the best in the league, at least we expect this year, as these guys kind of get more experience underneath their belt. Nebraska, that's the big question, right? For Nebraska, can you keep Dylan Raiola clean? Can you create some opportunity for Emmett Johnson in the running game? Because this is, that's it's the front lines, right? That's what a lot of these games are going to come down to. And Michigan's front seven, which we might get to the defensive side here in a second, is just loaded with talent and a lot of depth. They're going to throw a lot at you. So this offensive line right now, you might give the edge to Michigan. In Nebraska, a lot of it's, is also just what can it look like here now that they've got the group together, they've got solidified starters. Is that going to be the case this week when we see some backups get more opportunities? So right now, Michigan's got that advantage.
All right, Bob. Defensive line. The experts give it to Michigan. I'm going to have to go Michigan too. Nebraska hasn't played a team that's really a rushing team like this Michigan team. And when you look at Michigan's size against Nebraska's size, how big their defensive line is compared to our defensive line, it looks like varsity than a JV. When you see that type of size, wow, because when you look at it, you got a guy who's Rashawn Benning, who's 6'4", 305, defensive end for Michigan. Damon Payne, 6'4", 311, nose tackle. Defensive tackle, Trey Pierce, 6'2", 310, and then they rounded out with Derek Moore, who's an outside backer that will play some on the line, is 6'3", 260. When you look at those type of size, Nebraska still is trying to find out who's our best rusher is. I don't think we know that yet. A lot of people say McCullum. He's still a tweener to me as a jack linebacker that plays DN.
Yeah, and this is and again, this is where the game kind of comes into question. A lot of people might be favoring Nebraska one way or the other, but here we go on the lines, and both you and I think most people give that advantage to Michigan. Michigan, that's the strength of their team. The strength of their defense is that front seven. Now and similar to the offensive line I was saying earlier, they've lost some guys, but they lost some of those guys, the Mason Grahams of the world, before the bowl game against Alabama, and we're able to go out there and still put on a heck of a performance. This is kind of what drives the program forward. They're just littered with guys that could be all Big Ten picks up front. So, when you compare that to Nebraska, the concern coming into the year, who's going to replace Ty and Nash? That was basically, one of the bigger games you would circle for that question is right here against Michigan, because of the way that they run their football program and run the ball on the ground. So we'll see. Nebraska, that's the question going in the game. Obviously, gave up 200 yards on the ground to Cincinnati, so you got to give Michigan the advantage here.
All right, Bob, linebackers. I only got one word. Ernest Hausman, former Nebraska player who transferred to Michigan from Columbus, Nebraska. He leads the way. He's the leading team on this Michigan team with 20. They have another guy who's Jashawn Barham, who's 6'3", 241. He's the heart of this defense. This is the guy who missed the first half of the Oklahoma game before he came back, or the game before that. But this kid, right, these two are probably one of the best 1 and 2 combos you can see in college football. And then when you come on the Nebraska side, you have guys like Javen Wright. You have guys like Vincent Shavers. You have guys like Marquise Watson Trent, who we seen the two last week who started together because Javen was out. Now, we don't know how the combo is going to go this week, but you're going to have a mobile quarterback, and you got to have a guy who's going to be able to keep up with this quarterback, who's going to have to probably spot his quarterback most of the game. So I don't see Nebraska having a better linebacker group than Michigan. I could probably say they're probably a little ways off, but not too far. But you have to go with Michigan on that.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. This is not a big gap or anything like that. I think Nebraska and Michigan's linebackers are pretty close, but I think Michigan does have the standouts, like you kind of put it. Hausman leads the Big Ten in tackles. We know from having watched him here at Nebraska, he was one of the best young prospects Nebraska had. He's continued that development in the maize and blue, and now is one of the best linebackers in the Big Ten. You mentioned Barham. I mean, he's in that same kind of conversation. I don't know if Nebraska has a guy that's quite there yet. I think they've got some talent in there that might be able to maybe this is your game where you pop up. But right now, slight edge in this one to Michigan.
All right, DBs. Nebraska. I mean, you have to go with Nebraska. If you look at it stat-wise, is the only reason we can go with Nebraska, because we haven't seen these guys been thrown on in 3 games. When you talk about Nebraska, who gives up 79 yards a game in passing right now. Bar none past the Houston Christian College of Death we played, and the Akers we played, in the Cincinnati team that didn't pass. So maybe this will be a test for this team. I don't think it'll be a test. It depends how Michigan runs the ball tomorrow. If they're effectively can run the ball, I think that we won't have to see too much of Bryce Underwood passing.
Yeah, it's interesting. Nebraska still hasn't given up a pass over 20 yards. That's huge. You're not giving up big plays, as you mentioned. I mean, they're one of the best defenses through 3 games. I think they have the lowest amount of defensive pass yards given up since the year 2000. So it's been incredible for Nebraska's pass defense so far. Sierra Wright, I think, has given up 4 yards on the season. So you give Nebraska the edge there. Michigan, that is somewhat the question. Rod Moore returning. He missed all of last season. And in the start of this season, returning at safety there, they're hoping that gives them a little bit of a jump. Jair Hill is long. He can contest. He's a good cornerback there for them. So they're not awful, but Nebraska has just been standout in the secondary, so they should get the edge.
All right, Bock, special teams. Experts give it to Nebraska. We can say that because Mike Eckler got these guys playing at a probably I wouldn't say, let's say he got to play as he's a hype man. He's like a hype man in a mosh pit who goes crazy and like to jump on his players. We seen him in action. He was very good at it at Tennessee. Brought the same tempo of coaching that he did for Tennessee. He brought it to Nebraska. Got these guys probably, I think, the number 1 special teams or number 2 special teams in the nation right now. Good kicking crew. Haven't seen Archie kick in the last 2 games. No, we're going to see him kick this game. So you don't have to worry about Archie's not kicking the ball this week.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, this is certainly a game we talk about, a 1.5 point spread or whatever. We're breaking all this down, saying it's close this way and that way. Certainly a game that could come down to special teams or a special teams play. And Nebraska definitely in a better position than they were in previous years. I don't know. I mean, if you give a slight edge to Nebraska, you might. I mean, I could see it just because of the improvement that we've seen. Michigan's got one heck of a kicker, though. And their kicker last year was, I believe it was it 5 for 5 or 7 for 7 from beyond 50 yards. Now he's 4 of 6 so far this year. So he's got to kind of be able to work that out a little bit for him. But last year was fantastic. Dominic Zavada is his name. They got a new punter. Nebraska obviously feels pretty good about what their punter is, but we haven't seen him. We haven't even seen him on the field the last couple of weeks. So I'd actually probably give Michigan the slight edge here because of their place kicker, but not a big one.
All right, Bock, head coaches. The experts are going with Matt Rule. Of course, you have to go with Matt Rule because Shamon Moore is not even coaching. They got an assistant coaching Biff. What's his name?
Poggi, yep.
Poggi, he's the one that's going to coach the team tomorrow. Now, the thing when we give the edge over to Matt Rule has to go out and prove us wrong because he has to have a victory over a top 20 team, top 25 team, which he hasn't had in a long time. I don't know his record against top 25 teams, 2-20-something. I don't know for sure, but his record is not good against ranked opponents. So tomorrow is a must-win for Nebraska, must-win for Matt Rule, and a must-win for the state of Nebraska.
Yeah, it's funny. I think, in those numbers where we're flying around, kind of going into some top 25 matchups last year, it's tough. They're harder to run down this year because it's just tough to keep throwing those up year after year, year after year, game after game. Nebraska's lost 27 straight. As you mentioned, Matt Rule's record against top 25 opponents not much better. Always go back to the fact that he's a program builder, so he not expected to win those games in the first couple of years. Maybe by year 3, when he's had those opportunities, maybe it would have expected. Came close against Oklahoma twice at Baylor. Close doesn't count. You get an L in the category. So it's not something I'm overly concerned about at this point. But you're right. I mean, you start to wonder if you lose to Biff Poggi. I mean, if you're this is in so many ways Nebraska's opportunity, Matt Rule's opportunity to get that sort of thing off their back, and then we can stop going with all these counts of how many straight losses they've had.
All right, Bock, let's go to break, and when we come back, we're gonna get in depth with Octavius McFarland, who's here from Bastrop, Texas, one of my good old friends from back in the days. One of the guys I stayed with in the summer when I first got here, Bock. 93.7 The Ticket. Bock The Blackshirt will be right back.
Tune in this Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. as Old School broadcasts live from Lead Lodge and Arbor Day Farm in Nebraska City to kick off the 2025 Applejack Festival. The festival runs on September 20th and 21st, as well as September 27th and 28th at Arbor Day Farm. Pick apples, enjoy cider, and welcome the fall season with fun for the whole family. Purchase tickets to the 2025 Applejack Festival online at arbordayfarm.org and listen this Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. to Old School broadcasting live from Arbor Day Farm.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Follow the Huskers to the City of Angels when Nebraska plays at UCLA in November. Book your official Nebraska alumni travel package at huskerfantravel.com. Choose from 2 or 3 night options that include a hotel in scenic Santa Monica, an exclusive welcome event, game day transportation, and the official Husker Huddle pregame party. Add on your game tickets for an optional upgrade. Transportation to and from LA is not included. Join the official Nebraska alumni trip to see the Huskers play at UCLA. Spots are limited, so book your trip now at huskerfantravel.com. Advanced Medical Imaging is hosting their 3rd annual Breast Cancer Awareness Walk on October 11th at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. Hear inspiring stories from survivors, enjoy local food truck vendors, a live DJ, and other family-friendly activities as we unite to bring awareness about breast cancer. Check-in begins at 8:30 a.m. with the walk starting at 9. Register your team today for Advanced Medical Imaging's 3rd annual Breast Cancer Awareness Walk online at amimaging.com. Let's walk for those we've lost, for those still fighting, and for a future without breast cancer.
Join LES at 6 p.m. Thursday, October 9th at the LES Operations Center to learn about the utilities' proposed 2026 budget and electric rates, and share your input at the annual public meeting. Learn more at les.com.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole Ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Rollouts has been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Rollouts will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Rollouts make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Rolloffs, cleanup made simple.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska insider today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are powered by Bauer
Infrastructure,
Bauer
Underground,
Barrett
Excavating.
Shout out to the Bauer crew, boys, who's out there working hard. All right, y'all, we got a guest in the studio, three-time national champion, 94, 95, 97. One of the only players in Nebraska history to go all 4 years through college with 2 losses. Captain fooled me for a minute. I thought he had the best record, but it looks like Grant Wistrom and Octavian McFarland has the best record at the University of Nebraska. Octavian, my man, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate you fighting me.
Well, thank you for coming all the way from Texas, man. I know we got the 1995 reunion today and tomorrow. What are some of the things, Tavy, you've seen so far at the University of Nebraska that have they played so far?
Really, I've only got to watch the Cincinnati game due to personal things I have going on the weekends. But I feel like if they steady improve, we can kind of get to the goal that we set for the team. I'm not 100% sure if we'll ever get back to the days that when we was there.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's fair to the kids at the university for people to expect that. I mean, granted, that's a goal, but with the portal and everything, I just don't see that happening.
All right, Tavy, you came in 1994 from Bastrop, Texas. You didn't redshirt. Mike Minter went down. You backed up Kareem Moss when he took over that spot. How was it playing at a true freshman in '94 on a team that won a national title? I mean, you don't see that too often in college football, but in your case, you're a guy who never had the red shirt.
It was pretty good, man. I mean, I got to learn a lot. I sat behind some really talented guys, learn, and I was just patient and waited for my opportunity. I mean, even when I got that opportunity, it actually came in the form of being a linebacker for my last year.
Yeah, you did move the wheel linebacker. How was it playing wheel, man? I mean, a lot of people think that, it's easy playing linebacker. I know the wheel is probably one of the best spots because the wheel is an uncounted person for sometimes. It's the weak linebacker. How was your move playing wheel, and how was it playing for Coach Craig Bowe?
It was a pretty good move, man, because I pride myself on being a physical player, so getting closer to the line of scrimmage and getting that contact, that was just something that I really enjoyed.
Yeah. Not having the size, though, but being still able to play it, because I played it at 205, and a lot of people say I was undersized to play that wheel linebacker. But you still had people behind you like Eric Johnson who was trying to make his way at the ropes, and then I think the next year he kind of solidified himself as the starter of that group.
Correct.
All right, Tavy, you in Bastrop now? No, what you got going on, man?
Actually, I live in Elgin, which is 15 minutes from Bastrop in the county. I'm a jail diversion coordinator for mental health. What I do is I go in and I assess people that are thinking about suicide, and then we try to find placement for them.
Yeah. All right, Tavy, when we talk about the 95 team, everybody says we're one of the best teams ever. You can say we're in the top 3, but when it comes to people asking, do you hear this question all the time? Do y'all think y'all could have beat Miami? Do you think y'all could have beat the 19 LSU? When people ask you that question, what you tell them, Tavy?
Of course, I'm gonna say yeah. I mean, if I'm out there, I feel like we given a good chance. But those two are some great teams. Those would be the top 3, us, them. So I think it'll be a coin toss.
All right, Bock.
Yeah, I was just looking over your bio there on the Huskers.com, so I ran into some interesting stuff. You were a punter in high school. Any chance that you were going to punt in college?
No, we had some pretty good punters. I was decent though. I was a punter, returner.
Yeah,
everything.
Did you enjoy punting?
I did.
Yeah, it's a different aspect of the game. The other thing I saw, you're a pretty good baller, pretty good all around athlete. Basketball. In what else did you play?
Basketball, did track. I wish somebody had turned me on to golf when I was in high school. Yeah, I absolutely love it right now.
Are you pretty good at it too? You think you could have been even better younger?
If I'd have learned how to play at a young age, yeah, I think I would have been. I have my good days and bad days. I'm a golfer.
Yeah, that's pretty much golfing altogether, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
All right, Tavy, who recruited you coming to Nebraska? Who recruited you, and how did you make your decision for Nebraska?
Coach Samuel was the coach that recruited me, Tony Samuel. As far as my decision in Nebraska, it was one of those deals where, honestly, when Nebraska played against Florida State, I said, whoever win that game, that's where I'm going to go. And I felt like Nebraska got shafted on that game. And I was like, you know what? I want to go somewhere where I can be a difference, and we can make some. And we had a pretty good class come in. And as you can see, after that time passed, probably one of the greatest runs in college football history.
All right, Ben asks on the text line. He said, "I'm going to be in Bastrop at the end of October. Can you hit me with some good barbecue recommendations or any good food spots down there?"
Southside Barbecue, or you can go to Billy's Barbecue. It's right by the Dairy Queen off of 71.
All right, somebody else, 7939 asks Octavius, has he ever tangled with a longhorn bull?
Hey, I'm pretty sure they asked that because they didn't see some sort of video that's been out about me and the bull. It wasn't a bull. It actually was a cow with longhorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened in that video?
I went out. We have a group of guys from here in Nebraska. We call it the Nebraska Golf Group. We went out to San Antonio, and this golf course had some longhorns on it, and we was out pulling on his horns, and I happened to come up there one of the last. Well, I was the last because after what happened, nobody else would do it. I was pulling on his horns, and he kind of gave me the head nod.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm going to get on Eric Warfield because that's who's sending out that video.
When did this happen?
This was 2 years ago. Maybe 2 years ago, I think.
Oh, you got video of it.
Was that a kind of a moment of kind of bringing you? I don't want to say did you get scared, but was it kind of he's you don't want to mess with him?
That was one of those moments where you realize how much power animals really have, because he basically like he would flicking a fly off, and it sent me backwards.
That was it, huh?
Yeah.
I got to see that video, man. All right, any more questions, Bock?
I think that's what we got off the text line. I did want to kind of know, obviously coming back for the reunion, what is your kind of connection with the former, it sounds like you still golf with some guys. What's the connection that you keep with the 95 team?
A lot of the guys I keep in contact with, like Terrell, and that's just not when I come up here. We check in with each other, whole bunch of guys. I mean, I would like to think of myself as a people person, so I got a lot of former Huskers that I continuously keep in contact with.
Yeah, absolutely. And then also, kind of wanted to get, it's basically any former Husker that comes on that's played under Coach Tom Osborne. Just kind of what were your thoughts playing for Coach Osborne? You mentioned how it's going to be tough for Nebraska to get back to those days. I think a big part of that is you just didn't have it's hard to get that great of a coach, one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Coach Osborne is an amazing person, first of all. Outstanding coach. I mean, Coach Osborne, I'm pretty sure if he walked up today, he'd know my name, where I'm from, and not just me. I mean, even guys that was walk on. He was fair. He treated you as if you were, I wouldn't say quite Tommy Frazier, but he didn't show Tommy no more love than he showed anybody else. And that what made him, to me, such a special person.
All right, Bock. Octavius played in 43 games at Nebraska, has 110 career tackles, 38 solo, 4 tackles for 14-yard loss, had a 5-yard sack, 2 fumble recoveries, 3 pass breakups, and he caused 2 interceptions. No TDs?
Nah, no TDs, man.
Oh, man. I thought I was going to put you in the boat like Jay Foreman. All right, 93.7 The Ticket, Bock the Blackshirt. We'll be right back.
No cravings, no hunger pains, no struggle. Thanks to GLP-1s from Limitless Mail, weight loss is possible. Picture this. Your clothes fit better, your energy's up, your doctor's impressed, and your friends start noticing. Limitless Mail's GLP-1 program is medically monitored and changing men's lives. There's no better time than now to get on board. Lose the weight, better your health, gain your confidence without being hungry. Free consult at limitlessmail.com.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Hey, Husker Nation. This is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska insider today.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs have been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
Oh, Kansas. Here we go. You just don't stop giving, do you? Green flag, we're underway. The closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history. Close to downtown, amazing campgrounds. 3 NASCAR races in one weekend, and it's the playoffs. God can't drive. Now you're just showing off. But we're not mad. In fact, we're looking forward to it. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 26th through the 28th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Is your heating system ready for cooler weather? Call Bryant to schedule your fall heating check. No matter what brand, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Comfort food, but make it vegan. At Rutabagas, they're serving all your crave-worthy classics. Mac and cheese, loaded nachos, Philly cheesesteaks, all 100% plant-powered and 100% delicious. Catch them at their cozy spot at 70th and Vine, or find their food truck rolling through the streets of Lincoln. So whether you're vegan, veg curious, or just hungry for comfort food with a twist, Rutabagas has a plate waiting for you. Find them on Instagram for their food truck location and specials. Rutabagas, where comfort meets compassion.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: mainly sunny skies to start the day, then a chance of showers and storms this afternoon. We'll see a high around 75. Tonight, a continued chance of showers and storms, below around 60. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny skies with a high near 75. I'm meteorologist Kyle Puppy for 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
When only the best will do. Sartor Heyman Jewelers.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. Visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com.
Sartor Heyman Jewelers.
It's nearly time for Bonsall Pool and Spa's Truckload event. From September 23rd through the 27th, stop by Bonsall Pool and Spa at 3201 Pioneers Boulevard to see an actual truck full of hot tubs with special prices. You'll save up to $3,000 on all hot tubs and swim spas, as well as $1,500 on all saunas and cold plunges. Use Nebraska football's bye week well by stopping in on September 27th for refreshments and giveaways. That's Bonsall Pool and Spa at 3201 Pioneers Boulevard in Lincoln.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
You're listening to Bock and the Blackshirt on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bock and the Blackshirt here from your 1 to 3 hour every day. Just us two, me and him, and it's just two guys on the couch. Bock, Tavy, somebody asked us, what was it like playing up under Coach McBride?
Man, Coach McBride was a tough individual. He loved you, but boy, he would say whatever came to his mind. I mean, I'll tell you one quick story. We was up by the cook outside practicing, and it just wasn't going real good. The scout team was running all over us. And I went to tackle a guy and didn't really wrap up, kind of just going through the motion. Man, he went off. He asked me, did they even have footballs and backstrap? And I mean, made me feel tiny. I was just like, this dude. But later on, after that practice, he came up to me, walked up, wrapped his arm around me, told me that he loved me. And he said, man, I get on you because I want you to do better. And I just left it at that. And it was like, all right, I get it.
All right, Michigan State, 95. A lot of people have been hearing the story about, some people say, did Bob Devaney almost get hit with a chair? Some people talk about the clock being broke or Christian breaking stuff. I told a story about, how when he did break that chair, that a piece of it hit me in my arm running out. So I had to get taped up running out. And then they asked, what was it like having Christian and Jason as a teammate?
It's almost like having Coach McBride out on the field. I mean, they were spitting examples of Coach McBride. Christian, he's one of those guys my freshman year I came in, and I looked at him and I was like, this is like real college football. This is a grown man. He was just so much bigger than I was, and he was so aggressive.
Yeah, this is too aggressive.
Yeah.
When you say aggressive, Bock, and I could tell you this story. I'm walking through, I had just got here early. I came in the summer, and somebody's walking me to the weight room, and I see these two big, giant, like I've never seen guys this big before. And they looked at me, and they was like, they was just, showing their muscles flexing, and then they was calling me JUCO. I was like, why are they? You the JUCO guy? You're a little guy. Get in this weight room and lift some weights. And I looked at them like they was crazy, Bock. Like I was ready to fight, Bock, but I knew I wasn't gonna win that battle. But when you play on a team like we did in '95, man, and I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I came here, and when we started practicing, just the tempo and the physicalness of both sides of the ball, and then the fights. We there's no such thing as angels on the football field. We fought with intent to hurt you out there. And then, because we battled each other so much that our offense was so good, we didn't want to lose to them every day. We didn't want to keep hearing how they didn't give up a sack, how they rushed for 500 yards against other teams. And we just was sick of the talk. So, one day in practice, it just got physical. I think we had 4 fights in the first. I think Octavius and you and Clinton, the ones who started it off or something.
I wouldn't say started off. It was just a good hit.
That hit.
Then it kind of escalated after that. But it usually it happened right that bye week before we played Oklahoma, because it's like the intensity there. But like you said earlier, our offense was really good, and we prided on ourselves at being really good. So when we scrimmaged or went against them live, it was real.
All right, I want to ask you something. Nobody probably asked you this, but the hit on Rashawn.
Which one?
How many times you hit him? How many good hits you had on Rashawn?
I've had several good hits on him. I've knocked him out twice.
Okay, the knockout hits.
Yeah, I got him twice. I got him once here before the bowl game practice when everybody was gone, and then I got him again down in Miami once.
Were you encouraged to hit pretty hard in practice, or did they want you to hold back at all? Or
well, practice was pretty much live. I mean, the unfortunate part for guys that was like scout team, you was expendable. So they wanted you to go and give a full picture. So if you're going and giving a full picture, I'm not going to half hit you and possibly hurt myself. So I gave him a pretty good little shot. The first one, I didn't hit him as hard as I could, but the second time I got him, I really got him.
Who was the player you hated the most at practice, man? You know, we have those guys on scout team who just gave us hell. Which guy you just despised at practice the most?
This guy didn't even really cover a lot or run into him a lot. It was Jock Allen.
I know.
Man, Jock, for what he did to us, I don't understand why he didn't play. Jock would embarrass you, and then he would do stuff. He would throw the ball in the stands when he scored, and he just did all kind of stuff. And you look at him in the uniform, and it's like, how's this guy out here? But he always, I mean, every corner that came through during that era can say that Jock beat them for a touchdown.
And he didn't get in that one game.
I don't know how many games he played in, but I didn't see him play very often.
I wish he would have gotten the Florida game, and they should have just went deep with him one time, man.
I think if he'd have got in the game and they'd threw it to him, some way, somehow, he's gonna make a catch.
Yeah,
he's gonna make a play. He made too many plays against us.
Yeah, scout team All-American right there. He's in the Hall of Fame of Nebraska scout team.
I don't know if they have one of those, but if they do, he'll be the first one.
Yeah, he'll be the first one. All right, Bock, let's go to break, man. And when we come back, we'll start hour number 2 right here on Bock in the Black Shirt, 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
At CHI Health Clinic, we believe healthcare should be personal because knowing your provider personally makes appointments more comfortable, more productive, and more meaningful to your overall health. Get matched with a primary care provider based on your personality and lifestyle using CHI Health Clinic's My Provider Match. Take the survey at myprovidermatch.com to find the right provider for you. Getting healthier starts by getting personal at CHI Health Clinic.
Comfort food, but make it vegan. At Rutabagas, they're serving all your crave-worthy classics. Mac and cheese, loaded nachos, Philly cheesesteaks, all 100% plant-powered and 100% delicious. Catch them at their cozy spot at 70th and Vine, or find their food truck rolling through the streets of Lincoln. So whether you're vegan, veg curious, or just hungry for comfort food with a twist, Rutabagas has a plate waiting for you. Find them on Instagram for their food truck location and specials. Rutabagas, where comfort meets compassion.
Is your heating system ready for cooler weather? Call Bryant to schedule your fall heating check. No matter what brand, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: mainly sunny skies to start the day. Then a chance of showers and storms this afternoon. We'll see a high around 75. Tonight, a continued chance of showers and storms, below around 60. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers. Otherwise, partly sunny skies with a high near 75. I'm meteorologist Kyle Puppy for 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovebneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska Insider today.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball. Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket. And we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt.
Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Welcome back to hour number 2 here on Bock the Blackshirt on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Friday, September 19th, and tomorrow is kickoff. Be there or be square when we take on number 21, Michigan Wolverines. All right, fellas, right here, this story caught my eye. Division III football team, LeCummins College, has a 58-year-old freshman defensive lineman. He quit school in the 80s, worked for the city streets and park department for 33 years, but now he's fulfilling his dream of playing college football. When is enough is enough. And what age do you try not to go out for college football age, Bock, for you?
Boy, I mean, one thing to be 58, another to be 58 on the defensive line. My goodness.
6 foot, 227 pounds.
Maybe a long snap holder, or like the holder back there for the extra points or something. But even then, hopefully nothing goes awry.
I don't know that. See, I don't even know if you just played. This is a story I just caught on to, and I just wanted to let y'all know. Game uniforms for tomorrow. Michigan will be done in the white jerseys and blue pants with white accessories tomorrow. What you think we're wearing, Bock? Red?
Yeah, I would assume it'd be the normal matchup. I like, this is going to be one of those matchups. It's one of my favorite just helmet games, right? I mean, the winged helmet that Michigan has is iconic. The Nebraska in, for these two blue blood programs to come together. Oftentimes in college football these days, when it happens, somebody's back trying to, this recruit's going to be watching this game. Let's put on some flashy uniforms. So, Nebraska went with the all reds last week. I kind of prefer that as opposed to doing it this week. Let's get the classic uniform matchup there. It is a big recruiting weekend. I don't know if you've seen the list.
Number one recruit in 27.
Yeah, big time recruiting weekend for Nebraska. And so hopefully just show them what you have. And it's especially for the uniforms, I'm glad to see we're going to see the classic matchup.
All right, 49.7% for Michigan to win the game, 50.3% for Nebraska to win the game. Bock, is that ESPN, which Nebraska probably had a 56-point lead earlier in the week, almost 60% chance to win the game earlier in the week.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch these things move because Michigan opened up as a 3-point favorite on some of the books, and now it's at 1.5. So it's moving each and every way, and that's just kind of what this game feels like. It feels like a game. I was just kind of going through my expected total yards, and I kind of thought, yeah, maybe Nebraska wins the total yards battle in this game, but they could still lose the game. And it just feels like, it's going to come down to the last possession. It might not. Maybe one team's able to put some separation, but it's really hard to nail down this game and think this is definitively what I think is going to happen. This is who's going to win. This is why they're going to win. That's why we play these games, right? But it's a tough call. And we call them coin flip games. We call them 50-50s. All that being said, Nebraska just has to take advantage of this, right? This is the opportunity. You have a top 25 team without their head coach in town, freshman quarterback, his first Big Ten game. I mean, there's just a lot of line for Nebraska to get the win, but it's not going to come easy. They're going to have to earn this victory in every sense of the word there.
All right, Bock, when we talk, let me see. Okay. A lot of people think that beating Michigan will put Nebraska in the playoffs automatic. I still say we have a long season to go when we talk about college football. We still have to play USC, still have to play Penn State, still have to play not good, but a bad UCLA team. You still have to play a Iowa team that always plays us close. You still have to go to Minnesota on a Thursday night or a Friday night football, and you still have to play Northwestern and Maryland.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it from the beginning. This kind of little circle that Nebraska has, or Michigan specifically has, of playing Oklahoma and then playing Nebraska. I said, Michigan can win both those games. We still might not know how good they are. College football is a long season. There's ups and downs. Oklahoma for this week, they've got Auburn. Let's say they lose to Auburn. Nebraska beats Michigan. Then you've got two teams in that circle, kind of in the back of the top 25. Might still be looking at some playoffs, and they're big brand names. So I kind of understand all that. It's a long way to go for Nebraska. The good news is that's kind of, we talk about wanting to be relevant, right? And so that's kind of the conversation that happens regardless of what week it is. College football fans want to know and want to think, okay, what are the playoffs going to look like? And so just to be in those conversations will be nice for Nebraska if you can get the win. If you don't, it's going to be hard to get back into those conversations, just to be quite honest. Of course, might have a chance down the line to take care of all those games, beat USC. Maybe you can get in there before that trip to Penn State. But to your point, I mean, just because you beat Michigan is not going to guarantee anything against Michigan State. Minnesota's going to be a tough game. You've got Northwestern always gives Nebraska a good game. If you beat Michigan, will you be favored in those games? Yes, but it's been a long time since Nebraska's been able to string together a whole lot of wins. So it will be premature, but it will be happening. If Nebraska beats Michigan, there will be some playoff talk. I'm not against you standing up and saying, hey, it's a little too early for me. But I think that's just the nature of college football and the expanded playoff and where we have it now.
All right, Bock. In the other news, Nico Lama, what's his name?
Iam Aliava.
He's back in the portal again. He said he's going to hop in the transfer portal following the firing of head coach Deshaun Foster. Sources say he could consider Georgia, which I hope we don't, Miami, North Carolina, and South Carolina as his next destination.
Ooh, well, that's interesting. That's interesting. We'll see. Again, not in the transfer portal as of now. We'll see if he's going to continue to play for UCLA this week. That talk's going to be out there, and there's going to be the expectation. I don't, one way or the other, even if he finishes out this season with UCLA, things aren't going according to plan, right? So I would expect him to probably hit the portal. We'll see. Like you said, there are reports out there indicating that's going to happen. And so I'm interested. Are those big names still interested? Right? He's got a lot of talent, and led Tennessee. I mean, as much fun as it is to kind of poke at him while he's down, he did lead Tennessee to the playoffs last year. So it's not like he's just failed at 2 stops here. Tennessee was largely a success. They had problems throwing downfield. I mean, he was a freshman quarterback, but it's just going to be one of the most interesting things. He's not going to, but eventually, for Iam Aliava, I don't know if he's going to be talked about for the right reasons, the on the field reasons this year for the rest of the year at UCLA. It's going to be another off season of Iam Aliava talk. Eventually, you want that to become in season once again, like it was with the Vols.
All right, what else you got, Bob?
A couple interesting notes here. One, John Cook's statue was unveiled at a ceremony yesterday. Plenty of former Husker alum were there to celebrate, but obviously very cool. I think they even put one of those cowboy hats on top of it, not the actual statue, but just to celebrate with John Cook. And so I want to take this time. Obviously, it's huge to get a statue of yourself, somewhat immortalized. Obviously he's obviously still here and helping out with volleyball locally and in the professional ranks and all that. But man, how cool is it to see a statue out there? You want to see any more statues out there for Husker football? Would there be anybody? Obviously, got Bob Devaney and Tom Osborne statues already.
I think we're good.
Think we're good there? You wouldn't think that maybe Heisman winners or something along that line?
I would say if you had to build one for somebody, I would have thought Tommy Frazier would probably have one by now because of the run and the quarterback he's been for Nebraska the 3 years he was starting quarterback. I mean, you can't ask a guy to do more than what he did. I mean, he didn't win the Heisman, which I thought he was robbed for it when Eddie George won it. But, I wouldn't even – I would give Tommy anything before I post another player or give another player a statue. So I'm saying give Sue a statue. I don't think Sue deserves a statue. I mean, he's a great player, but, we're talking about what did you do in college football? I mean, did you win? I mean, you single-handedly beat a Texas team by yourself, but –
well, they didn't win that game.
Yeah, but you didn't win the game. But what it all comes down to is W's.
Yeah, it's interesting. As we go through, because it would be funny if you did have a Tommy Frazier statue. You could almost do the one where there's all the Florida players on top of him. And Nebraska has a Blackshirt statue that shows all the Blackshirt players attacking the offensive players. So you could almost put them side by side and mean completely different things. Octavius McFarland in studio with us as well. Octavius, I want to throw this to you with this question as well. Not so much the statue, but there were some questions on the text line. You were a part of all 3 championship teams. Hard to ask you to rank them, but what would your thoughts be along those lines? Like I asked you definitively to give a 1, 2, 3, but for the 94, 95, and 97 teams, what would be your breakdown there?
I would say probably the 95 was the best team because probably for most positions, at least 2 deep, it was interchangeable. There was no drop off. And then probably the 97 team. And then I would go with the 94 team.
Yeah, interesting. Would you like to see? Are you a statues guy? Would you like to see more statues around Memorial Stadium? Or are you kind of cool with just keeping it the two legendary coaches?
Yeah, just keep it to the coaches. There's too many great players come through here to just single out one. So, I mean, what y'all was saying earlier about Sue, I think probably one of the most dominant players that play college football, not just Nebraska, but
Yeah.
College football. And if you're not willing to give him one, you shouldn't give nobody else one anyway.
All right, a few more stories to get to here, specifically in the SEC. So Brendan Marcello, who was on the Adam Carricker show, by the way, if you want to check out that interview a little bit earlier, CBS reporter reported that the SEC will reveal this upcoming weeks their new kind of schedule breakdown. All opponents for every team in its new 9-game conference schedule for football in 2026. So we're going to see that schedule coming out. It's expected now that each team will have 3 permanent rivals, which will be referred to as annual opponents, and that will be reviewed every 4 years. So I like the fact that they're trying to keep a lot of the rivalries intact. Of course, in the Big Ten, you have just Nebraska's only annual opponent, if you want to put it that way, is Iowa. So I would like to see the Big Ten adopt something like this. Of course, they have 16. The Big Ten has 18 teams, so maybe the math doesn't quite work out there. But it would be nice to see the Big Ten do something like this. And the part that I specifically like about it is that it will be reviewed every 4 years. Now, we know as college football, in 4 years, the SEC might have 26 teams. So it's hard to really tell. But I like just the idea that, hey, this is not permanent. This is not, kind of like the divisions that they used to have, Big 12 North, Big 12 South. That's how it was going to be, unless teams were added, obviously. It's kind of, okay, we're going to review this because over the long term, if Missouri is playing, Vanderbilt and Mississippi State and I don't know, Arkansas every year, and Georgia has to play LSU and Alabama and Tennessee. And I'm just throwing out random names. Just, one team playing a significantly harder schedule every year. That could throw things off. And so they're going to review it. Would you like to see, Terrell, the Big Ten jump to have 3 permanent opponents every year, maybe develop some of those rivalries? Or do you like to play the different levels of teams? Just maybe keep that to that one in Iowa, who is the rival, and then you'll play more teams more often, rotating the way the Big Ten does.
Well, I would like to see the Big Ten and the SEC play games. I think they mentioned that a couple of times.
Yeah.
I would just like to take out, I would like to just have probably one team where you could play a one lower or less team. I don't like to play in Houston Christian and Akron back to back like that. I would just like to keep it to one game and then play another great Power 5 opponent and then have your regular season for the Big Ten.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what the Big Ten will do. I don't mind that one. Instead of saying, hey, one Power 4 team in the non-con, say just one non-Power 4 team in the non-con, and you'd get a much more entertaining schedule. We'll see if the SEC and Big Ten come together on a scheduling agreement. I think that would be the best for the sport in the coming years. While we're on scheduling, also wanted to mention Nebraska's basketball schedule was released the other day. 20 league games. And there's only a few repeat opponents, meaning home and aways with Iowa, Illinois, and Northwestern. Interesting in this year that the first home game for conference play will be in December for the first time in the Hoiberg era. Or I said that wrong. It'll be the first time that they open up with a home game in the Hoiberg era. Remember, they play those 2 games generally in December, play a few more non-con games, and then jump back into conference slate in January. And they've played home games before in December, but they aren't opening up. So this is the first time they're open up the schedule under Hoiberg with a home game. That should be beneficial. December 10th against Wisconsin. And then they'll have at Illinois as their other December Big Ten game. I know there was a frustration last year in the fan base that Nebraska didn't play on a whole lot of Saturdays. Little bit remedied here, not completely. 8 Saturday games is the good news. Only 2 of those will be at home. So it doesn't necessarily help out Nebraska fans a whole lot if they're kind of planning out their Saturdays for basketball season being that way. But in any case, that's a good look at the Nebraska basketball schedule. The other thing in scheduling for the Big Ten, interesting because the men and women went different routes here. They allowed the coaches to decide, do we want to have everybody make the tournament? And the Big Ten men coaches decided, yes, let's have an 18-team Big Ten tournament and in format and run with that. Of course, Nebraska, if you remember, they went to 15 with the additional expansion with the West Coast teams. Nebraska lost the past 6 games or whatever it was And so they fell completely out of competition to play in that Big Ten tournament. Skipped that. And so basically we're just kind of left out. Remember, went on to win the Crown tournament in Las Vegas, but would have rather had an opportunity, obviously, to play in the Big Ten tournament, maybe boost their resume. So I don't know if that played a big factor into it, but it's interesting that the women on the other side, they decided, let's stick with 15. We don't need the bottom teams coming in, getting upset, hurting some bids for the NCAA tournament. So a little bit of a different route to go there. Terrell, what do you think? Do you like the idea? It's kind of different in basketball where no matter what your regular season is, you got a chance at postseason play. If you can win your conference tournament, you can go to the NCAA tournament. Every team's going to have that opportunity. Or do you like to say, like the women, side of it, let's trim some of the fat, make sure some of these, the worst teams don't come in here. They didn't earn this postseason bid. And now, they can't get this upset at the end that's going to ruin anything for our top teams in their bidding.
Well, I like it when you give everybody a chance. I mean, I know some years you cut off the last couple of teams that was down. I mean, like if you can give Nebraska baseball team that chance, like that in baseball, then I think you should do it like for other guys in the Big Ten. I think, everybody should make it. It's only 18 teams. It's not like it's going to be 3-week long tournament. I mean, give everybody a shot at it.
Yeah, I don't mind the look at that. We also got a text in here from Scooter from Roca. Says there will be 4 jets for the flyover tomorrow. This is his report. Just see them practice the flyover. So he's expecting 4. So maybe
we need the big one.
As well.
We need that big one. What's that big one called at one time that was flying over?
That, yeah.
It was just one big one. I know I've seen for the last couple of weeks they do the flyover. It was 2 last week. I seen, how many was it this week?
I don't know. They said there's 4 practicing today.
Well, it might be 4 tomorrow. We'll see.
I did want to ask you guys too, because Dylan Raiola said this week, as we talk about game day atmosphere and all that, wanted to match the Colorado game last year, which was just a crazy intense game. Of course, the 94 reunion was kind of going on at that time, I believe. And then, obviously Bud Crawford, the night game. I mean, everything, Deion Sanders, everything they went to play in it. Can Nebraska and Michigan match that intensity this week, do you think?
Yeah, I've seen a whole bunch of day games that's been better than the Colorado game. When you got a team like Michigan coming to town, this should be probably one of the hypest games in the last 10 years, I say, in Lincoln, because it means something more than just, because we took so many L's early in the year, the last couple of years. Now you got one team who's undefeated, who's fighting for a chance to get better, to prove that Coach Rule number 3 years not a hoax, because it's a lot riding on this game tomorrow. I mean, especially for this. And when I asked that question, I asked it because I think this game is bigger for Matt Rule than it is for anybody else on his team besides the players, because it's year 3 and everybody expects Matt Rule to do what he did at every stop in year 3 at every college to do it here at Nebraska. So it's going to be a big challenge for him. And hopefully we come out on top, because it's going to be a lot of talk if Nebraska loses this game badly tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think that too, to try to compare it to that Colorado game, a lot of what really made that atmosphere go off, Nebraska was beating the heck out of Colorado. It was 28-0 at halftime. And so, it didn't necessarily stop going into the game. That, the atmosphere before it was certainly great, but that could go a big part in too. If Nebraska falls behind 14-3 or something like that, the atmosphere is going to drop quite a bit. If Nebraska takes a 14-3 lead on the opposite side, this place is going to be rocking. So part of that is kind of how the it plays out on the field, I believe.
Yeah, we'll see tomorrow, Bock. It's going to be a great game, great atmosphere. They got new food out there, Tavy. They got foot-long red hot dogs. They got red burgers with red buns. They selling alcohol at the stadium now. Okay. So it's a lot has changed in the state of Nebraska. You got gambling, you got casinos now that I try to stay out of. I've lost a lot of money last couple of months, but at the same time, it's going to be a great atmosphere tomorrow. Can't wait to see Michigan. Can't wait to see Nebraska. All eyes on Bryce Underwood tomorrow. All eyes on Dylan Raiola tomorrow. All eyes on Matt Rule tomorrow. But mostly, all eyes on the 95 Nebraska Huskers, who will walk out with the team tomorrow and celebrate our 30-year reunion here on 93.7 The Ticket, Bock the Blackshirt.
A fall aeration by Judson Irrigation will help maintain your lawn by maximizing the effectiveness of your watering and fertilization. Judson will flag the locations of your sprinkler heads, followed by a deep core aeration to give your lawn the breath of fresh air it needs. Schedule your aeration today. Your lawn will love you for it.
Let us aerate today to ensure a healthy head start for your lawn next spring. Go to judsonirrigation.com or call Judson Bylene 402-420-6277.
Farmers know it all starts with the soil. At Carbon Connections, they're helping you unlock its full potential. Their high-quality humic acid improves nutrient uptake, boosts root development, and enhances soil structure, so your crops get more from every acre. But it doesn't stop there. With a full lineup of crop protection products, they help you reduce synthetic inputs while protecting yields and profits. Smarter inputs, healthier soils, better returns. It's time to grow more naturally. Visit Carbon Connections on Facebook or call them today at 402-947-1476 to learn how they can help your farm thrive. Carbon Connections, unlocking your potential.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Hi, everybody. Charlie Stone back again with Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, there are so many great things to talk about right now. Let's start with new and pre-owned vehicles.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, we're all excited those days of inventory shortages are behind us. Right now, we have more than 400 new Hondas to choose from and over 125 pre-owned with just about any make or model in stock.
I know certified pre-owned Hondas are a very important part of your dealership. Tell us about certified, Andy.
We always have a great selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in stock in like new condition, and they also come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
How about service?
You know, our amazing service department not only services Hondas, but we service just about any make, and we are one of the largest tire dealers in the state. Look us up the next time you need tires on your car.
Experience the best at the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out Renew PM, the ultimate nighttime recovery formula. Fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up refreshed. Renew PM can only be found at Nutrition Authority, the home of better than internet pricing. Own the night with Renew PM. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
This is your invite to Lincoln's Oktoberfest. On Saturday, September 27th, come to Beer House at 8th and P in the Haymarket from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. for a full day of German fun. Live bands, mouth-watering food, cold brews, and games for every age. Try your hand at Steinholding, Cornhole, or bring friends for Hammerschlagen. Admission is just $9 in advance, and VIP gives you tokens, a Stein, rooftop access, and more. Lincoln's Oktoberfest, where the beer is flowing, the food is sizzling, and the spirit is Bavarian strong. Be there.
Tune in this Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. as Old School broadcasts live from Lead Lodge and Arbor Day Farm in Nebraska City to kick off the 2025 Applejack Festival. The festival runs on September 20th and 21st, as well as September 27th and 28th at Arbor Day Farm. Pick apples, enjoy cider, and welcome the fall season with fun for the whole family. Purchase tickets to the 2025 Applejack Festival online at arbordayfarm.org and listen this Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. to Old School broadcasting live from Arbor Day Farm.
Need a tractor that works as hard as you do? Whether you're baling hay or feeding cattle, a John Deere 6M or 6R from Landmark Implement is built to handle it all. And right now, you can get 0% fixed rate financing for up to 72 months on new in-stock models. That's 6 years with zero interest on the tractor your operation depends on. Hurry into your local Landmark Implement or visit landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old-fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt, on air and online at theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are here 1 to 3, Monday through Friday every day. Now, it's our time to pick them. I need you to pick the games, and let's pick them. We're going to let Octavius help out some of the text line this week, and they're in the lead, 23-10. Bock is 20-13. I'm 18-15 going on the year. Let's get it ready, Bock. Let's get the music ready for it.
All right. Of course, I just dropped my phone, and I'm useless without my phone, so I had to pick that up. But here we go. Let's get the picks going. We got 10 games this week. Nebraska and Michigan will keep for last. But let's get some NFL music behind us. NFL films gets you in the football spirit. Let's start off with a Friday night game here. Get us something to do here this evening. Iowa at Rutgers. Iowa is favored by 2.5 in this game. Costs you about $26 to get in.
Man, I haven't watched either of these teams this year. I know Iowa is struggling. I know Rutgers always struggle, but I'm going to give Iowa this one time. Iowa. I'm going Iowa.
You're going Iowa. All right. I'm going with Rutgers. Really go against the Hawkeyes. Always like their style of play, but their style of play doesn't include much offense. And so I think Ethan Kaliak-Manis has got another win under his belt in the Big Ten. You need to go text on our Octavius. Or you want to call all the games, or you just a few of them that you might feel comfortable with?
Like that game, I would just go with the home because I haven't seen either one of them play.
Yeah, fair enough. So that would be Rutgers as well.
Oh, Bill goes with Rutgers too.
All right,
on the text line.
Unanimous. All right, let's jump into our next game here. Big noon game this week. Number 17, Texas Tech at number 16, Utah. Utah favored by 3.5, $132 to get in.
Oh man, I'm going Utah. I haven't seen enough of Texas Tech to believe that all the money they spent on their roster, they should be blowing everybody out every game. But Utah is the one. I'm sticking with Utah.
All right, fair enough. I'm gonna go with Utah as well. Texas Tech, like you said, spent the money for it. Utah, though, I believe in they've got an upstart quarterback, and most importantly, Kyle Whittingham usually is able to win these type of things and maybe get Utah back to where they should have been, what we all thought, entering the Big 12 near the top. Octavius, Utah and Texas Tech.
I'm gonna go with Texas Tech. That's being a homer, being from Texas. Don't know nothing about Utah, so I'm gonna roll with the Raiders.
All right, fair enough. Let's jump into our third game here, the Jackson Arnold Bowl. Former Oklahoma quarterback Jackson Arnold traveling back to Norman, this time with the Auburn Tigers to take on Oklahoma. Number 22 Auburn, number 11 Oklahoma. Boomer Sooner favored by 6.5, $124 to get into this one.
Well, I'm going to stick with OU on this one. Auburn is not there yet. I just don't believe in Auburn, even though they're 35 minutes away from my house. But I'm gonna have to go with Oklahoma on this one.
There's Bill Bush walking by at the studio. Octavius, we've got Auburn and Oklahoma. Again, Oklahoma, the home and favorite here.
Yeah, I'll roll with Oklahoma.
All right, fair enough. Let's jump into Tulane.
Who you got, Bob?
Oh, yeah, I didn't pick that one. I got Oklahoma, too. I just don't like to say it out loud. So we'll go ahead and pick it. Tulane at Ole Miss here. Tulane has wins over Duke and Northwestern this year. They might be the group of 5 team that makes it to the playoffs. Another team that might make it to the playoffs, though, might be Ole Miss, number 13 Ole Miss. Ole Miss favored by 11.5. Keep in mind the quarterback, questionable, probable, might not be playing in this game.
Well, the backup is better than the quarterback that starts, Bob. I'm going with Ole Miss on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ole Miss as well.
Oh, Dad, Ole Miss.
Well, Dad, we're going to go with Ole Miss there for the text line / guest. South Carolina at Missouri. Let's keep it interesting with will quarterbacks be there or not. South Carolina's Lenora Sellers now listed as probable, and because of that, the line has dropped from 13.5 to 9.5, still in favor of the Missouri Tigers. I'll jump out in front just so you don't say I'm picking every team you're picking. I'm going to go with Missouri in this one.
Yeah, I'm going with Missouri too, man. They showed me last week that they can't play without Lenora Sellers, and they got drugged down and beat bad at home by a Vandy team. So, of course, I'm going with Mizzou on this one.
All right. Looks like the text line going along with Missouri. Activists, would you say the same thing?
I would.
All right. Let's get that music up and going so we can get some more picks in here. All right. Let's go to Florida at Miami. Florida obviously hasn't had the best start to the year. They've got a tough schedule. Maybe can redeem themselves a little bit here against Miami. Miami's looked hot. They're only favored by 7.5 here, though. I'm going to pick the U in this battle of Florida team.
Miami. I'm not studying Florida. They already messed it up for the year.
I'll roll with the U too.
There we go. Miami across the board. Interesting one in the Big Ten. Number 9, Illinois at number 19, Indiana. Indiana, actually, a 3.5-point favorite, despite not being the favorite, at least according to the pollsters there. $172 to get into this game, and I am going to pick the home team, Indiana, to beat Illinois, even though I'm a big Brett Bielema fan. I think Indiana's got this one.
I'm gonna stick with Illinois. I'm riding Illinois on this one, Bob.
All right, fair enough. Let's see what the text line's feeling so far. A little bit of both. Cigar Guy does have Illinois first, so we can go with Illinois there. Michigan State at USC. Michigan State is a big underdog here, but I included this on the list because Nebraska, of course, will play both these teams down the line. Any chance Sparty gets the upset, I'm picking USC, but you might be feeling, you said you like to go to the casino. You might be feeling a long shot here.
USC and who?
Michigan State.
No. USC.
All right, fair enough. Octavius, you're shaking your head. Do you think USC gets this one?
Yeah, I'll say roll Trojan.
Well, there you go. All right, here's the battle everybody's interested in. Bill Belichick and Scott Frost. North Carolina at UCF. Scott Frost and his Knights are favored by 6.5. If you're in the Orlando area, only $43 to get into it. I actually think, I can't pick Scott Frost in this. I think Bill Belichick gets the win.
Scott was a teammate of mine, so I'm rolling with them.
Well, there you go.
Scott talked bad about Nebraska. I'm rolling with NC.
So there we've got several different picks, but of course that means that there is one big game remaining, and that would be number 21 Michigan at Nebraska. Again, the line's been moving. Michigan now a 1.5-point favorite. About $122 to get into the game. Of course, we did give away a couple pairs of tickets, 3 pairs of tickets earlier here at 93.7 The Ticket. So you could have won those tickets with the mill in 93.7 The Ticket. But if not, yeah, you're going to have to pay an expensive price for it. I said earlier, so I'll go ahead and give my expectation here. I said earlier on the Adam Carricker show that Nebraska would win this one 24-20. So I'm picking Nebraska to get the victory.
Go ahead, Tavy. I'll save mine for last.
I think the difference in the game is going to be which team can control the other team's quarterback. I'm taking Nebraska 2017.
Ooh, y'all guys are mighty gracious to Nebraska, ain't you? Well, guess what? I'm not being that gracious.
Uh-oh.
I am not. Michigan.
Whoa, hey.
31, Nebraska 21.
Oh.
Sorry, y'all.
10-point game, huh?
10-point game.
What's the difference? Why do you think Michigan gets the win?
I think Nebraska has to prove that it can stop the Michigan's O-line. I think you have to prove that you can stop a rushing quarterback, which we've had problems in the past. I just think Nebraska can't slow down Bryce Underwood. Hayes runs through Nebraska. Michigan by 10.
Is it a close game going in the fourth quarter, or how do you see it kind of playing out in that regard?
Huh?
Close game heading into the fourth quarter. Michigan just makes the winning plays, or do you think they get some space early?
I think they get some space early.
Yeah, I mean, I commend you at least for making your pick and being true to being honest with it. I've had a hard time all week coming to a conclusion.
Me too. I just came to it today. I mean, I thought about it all week. I just feel like, Michigan has something to play better for Nebraska. They have a coach who's out. That's probably going to help them out a lot. And just, they offensive coordinator opening up the book for that quarterback to run. And after seeing him last week, they're going to add a little bit more stuff to it because he wasn't that guy who ran for the first 2 weeks. But this week and the last week, we're going to see a different Bryce Underwood.
I feel like the Huskers going to get this one just because the 95 energy and the former players back in there, kind of like the last year's game.
Yeah, would love to see it. There are a few questions for you, Octavius, that Terrell has already answered, so we'll get to them. Looks like Gus Mohawk texts in. I know, Terrell, you said you're against storming the field if we beat Michigan. Octavius, would you mind a field storming, or do you think Nebraska shouldn't do that at this point?
I don't think they should do that. I mean, it ain't like they number one, they 21, so
yeah,
nah, don't do that.
Yeah, so still no field.
No rush to field. There's no reason to. There's no reason. You're not gonna be able to tell those young kids that. So we probably will see some, but I don't expect us to rush the field when you losing 31-21.
Also, other question is, I'm sure Octavius, you might be aware of Bud Crawford's connection to Omaha and Nebraska. Would you be opposed to him walking the team out along with the 95 team, or do you think that should just be the 95 team? Terrell said early in the week, right? You'd prefer it just be the celebration of the 95 Huskers.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of stuff that people do. You should get it. This is the 95 time. I mean, you if you want these guys to play for something, you play for the guys who not started, but continuing to give Nebraska that winning edge for a team that dominated college football. I mean, even if you had the 83 team here, I think you should let the teams that paved the way for these young men to lead them out and lead them to victory.
I'm open on that. I mean, right now he's the best at what he does, and that 95 team was the best team. So, I mean, and he's from here, I say let him go.
Yeah, it'd be all champions walking out the door one way or the other. So I don't think they can go wrong there. I see both points, and I think it could you could have a pretty solid argument one either way. But either way, you have champions walking you out. There could be some inspiration.
Bone said all week, did somebody spike the black shirt Mountain Dew? Farley's a hater.
They've turned against you.
Yeah, they turned against me. I'm going to lose some views now. Black shirt, you are indeed wrong. That Michigan quarterback is too young and will get hit too hard.
Well, Terrell, I'll at least tell you this. Part of the reason it's hard to pick this game is because if you do go with Nebraska, you feel like you're picking with your heart because Nebraska has.
I've been let down with my heart before.
They let people down. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. 27 straight losses against top 25 opponents. we've been here picking most of them. So I can understand your thought process.
All right, 93.7 The Ticket, Bock The Blackshirt. When we come back, we're going to close the show out. See you tomorrow. 93.7.
Tune in this Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. as Old School broadcasts live from Lead Lodge and Arbor Day Farm in Nebraska City to kick off the 2025 Applejack Festival. The festival runs on September 20th and 21st, as well as September 27th and 28th at Arbor Day Farm. Pick apples, enjoy cider, and welcome the fall season with fun for the whole family. Purchase tickets to the 2025 Applejack Festival online at arbordayfarm.org and listen this Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. to Old School broadcasting live from Arbor Day Farm. Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska Insider today.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Need a tractor that works as hard as you do? Whether you're baling hay or feeding cattle, a John Deere 6M or 6R from Landmark Implement is built to handle it all. And right now, you can get 0% fixed rate financing for up to 72 months on new in-stock models. That's 6 years with 0 interest on the tractor your operation depends on. Hurry into your local Landmark Implement or visit landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Mo's Moving is now Mo's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
I'm Kirk Herbstreit, and today I'm eating Raising Cane's.
Herbstreit's in the drive-thru again. Oh, hey, Kirk. What can I get you today?
I want a solid bench of 4 chicken fingers that are real difference makers. Sprinkle cut fries with dynamic ridge patterns, Texas toast, and cane sauce with an air of smugness that comes from knowing you're the best. Now back to you, Todd.
So the usual.
Make Raising Cane's part of your game day lineup. One love.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
It's nearly time for Bonsall Pool and Spa's truckload event. From September 23rd through the 27th, stop by Bonsall Pool and Spa at 3201 Pioneers Boulevard to see an actual truck full of hot tubs with special prices. You'll save up to $3,000 on all hot tubs and swim spas, as well as $1,500 on all saunas and cold plunges. Use Nebraska football's bye week well by stopping in on September 27th for refreshments and giveaways. That's Bonsall Pool and Spa at 3201 Pioneers Boulevard in Lincoln.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O. Sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740. Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out Renew PM, the ultimate nighttime recovery formula. Fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up refreshed. Renew PM can only be found at Nutrition Authority, the home of better than internet pricing. Own the night with Renew PM. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
You're listening to Bock the Blackshirt on air and online at theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Bock the Blackshirt here on 93.7 The Ticket. We are on from 1 to 3, and tomorrow is game day. But before we go, we gonna let you hear. Give it to him, Bob.
All right, let me get it here just a second. I turned down the music as well. Well, yeah, we've got a little bit of tradition we do here before game day.
Dear Lord, the battles go through life. Dear Lord, the battles go through life. We ask for a chance is fair. We ask for a chance is fair. Chance to equal our stripes. Chance to equal our stripes. Chance to do it there. Chance to do it there. We should win. We should win. Let it be by the code. Let it be by the code. Faith and honor held high. Faith and honor held high. We should lose. We should lose. Stand by the road. Stand by the road. Cheers, the winners go by. Cheers, the winners go by. Day by day. Day by day. We get better and better. We get better and better. To a game BB. To a game BB.
Bo BB. Bo BB. All right. Nebraska, Michigan tomorrow. This is the biggest game of the year, Rob. And a lot of people say every game is the biggest of the year, but this one tomorrow will definitely affect the outcome of Nebraska season this year.
Yeah, I mean, it is big in so many different ways. We talk about, like you said, every week you want to put more emphasis on the next game. It's more important than the past one. But this one just has that special feel to it. Again, you've got the legendary programs getting together. But for me, the biggest thing is it's Matt Rule. It's year 3. This is the first big test And he doesn't necessarily have to go undefeated in year 3 for it to be a success. So it doesn't mean it's not like everything Nebraska's putting all their marbles or all their chips, into the pot here. But it is starting to feel that way. It's still starting to feel close to Nebraska. I mean, part of that is just they feel ready, right? I mean, the roster looks like it's here ready to compete with a team like Michigan. And the coaching staff certainly has been tinkered with over the first couple of years. Probably wasn't ideally put together, but now you look at it and there's just former offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators everywhere. Dana Holgerson and that marriage with Dylan Raiola has been great so far. But here's the big test: Michigan. This is a big boy. This is one of the big animals in the Big Ten. They're not looking around and trying to figure out who they are. They knew who they are. They run some smash mouth football. They play that on both the offense and defensive side of the ball. Nebraska's come up short against top 25 opponents. Matt Rule's come up short against top 25 opponents. Single possession games, all this stuff that's on Nebraska's back. And they've done the best to set up a huge recruiting weekend, to bring in all the stars, the 95 team coming in. Obviously, the CBS afternoon game. I just don't know how much more of a big game feel you can get than Nebraska and Michigan. Basically, with the winner going to kind of move up, in my mind, from the middle of the Big Ten to closer to the top half, and obviously the winner being ranked, the loser will likely not be.
All right, Bock, less than 24 hours in the game will be kicked off at 2:40 tomorrow. And guess what, Bock? I can't wait. I'll be there. Tavy will be there. The 95 Huskers will be there. The fans will be there. Bock will be around somewhere. He had you had it watched it last week from a home stand. Where you gonna watch the game at tomorrow, Bock?
Yeah, we'll see. I got some invites, so I'm gonna make my way somewhere. Unless I can scrap together some tickets here, I'll probably be watching it from home. But there's no problem with that. I'll have to ask you. Those that go to the game can help describe to me the atmosphere and what it's going to be like.
Oh, the atmosphere is going to be crazy. I just can't wait till tomorrow. We're going to celebrate our 95 championship today and tomorrow. We'll see you Monday. Bock in the Black Shirt. We're out.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Harvest season is here, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade now. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends September 30th, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Hi, everybody. Charlie Stone back again with Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, there are so many great things to talk about right now. Let's start with new and pre-owned vehicles.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, we're all excited those days of inventory shortages are behind us. Right now, we have more than 400 new Hondas to choose from and over 125 pre-owned with just about any make or model in stock.
I know certified pre-owned Hondas are a very important part of your dealership. Tell us about certified, Andy.
We always have a great selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in stock in like new condition, and they also come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
How about service?
You know, our amazing service department not only services Hondas, but we service just about any make, and we are one of the largest tire dealers in the state. Look us up the next time you need tires on your car.
Experience the best at the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert